Have you guys seen some of the pictures of the people after the lockdowns happens and they did like a before and after of just 3 months? They look like they've aged 15 years. There is a cost to lockdowns. Yo, what's up everybody? Should we do another lockdown? I don't think so. Let's get into it. New psychological data taken during the pandemic shows the nation's mental health is languishing. According to data reported this week as part of the U.S. Center for Disease Control, suicidal ideation is up among young people since last year, with as many as 1 in 4 people ages 18 through 24 having seriously considered suicide in the 30 days preceding the survey. So 1 in 4 people were seriously contemplating suicide because of the shift that happened of lockdowns and all that. You don't think there's a cost? Do you think it's the safest, most ethical thing to do to lock down the country? This is insane. It's insane. You can't see people's faces. You can't physically touch. You can't hug. You can't embrace elderly people. Imagine you were 70 years old and have lived 70 years of your life on this planet. And then in the last year and a half of your life, instead of cherishing and valuing and looking in the eyes the people that came from your DNA, your seed in the earth, you are forced to stare at a wall in a nursing home and slowly die. Have you guys seen some of the pictures of the people after the lockdowns happens and they did like a before and after of just 3 months? They look like they've aged 15 years. There is a cost to lockdowns. That's why 15,000 scientists signed the Great Barrington Declaration, which everybody's like, some of the signatures are fake on there. Okay, shut the hell up. I don't care. A lot of them are real. There they are. A lot of them are real, and they're talking about how 150 million people could get put back into extreme poverty when the whole globe shuts down like this and stops the production of goods, stops the production of services. People suffer. There is actual suffering. And because the only thing that CNN and all them let you see is the death toll ticker, or if the deaths aren't big enough, the case number ticker, then people just get concerned about one thing. But there are other demons out there, and they destroy us, especially during lockdowns, dude. All right, here we go. So, this is CDC, by the way. During late June, 40% of U.S. adults reported struggling with mental health or substance abuse, up from 6% the year before. Yikes. All right. What about the Army? The Army sees sharp increase in suicides during coronavirus pandemic. Do you think that's because they're so afraid of getting the Rona? Or do you think it had to do with the lockdowns? Oh, troops feeling isolated due to coronavirus may be a contributing factor? You think? You think isolation torture is a legitimate form of torture? It sucks to be alone. Period. Do you think people that deal with massive amounts of PTSD are enjoying their time alone? And you want to lock down the country again? If you were to look at the 15 things that a country goes through when it's in a war and it's being harmed in the war, if you just take away physical death from like actual warfare, bullets and grenades and missiles and all that, if you take that component away, the lack of money, lack of food, supply lines being cut off, all these different mechanisms that happen in these effects of war, like almost all of them are happening when we lock down the country. All these other countries that are competing with the United States to become the top in the world and are evil to their people, way worse than the United States is, are getting faster and stronger and better, and then we are intentionally nosediving our country and just getting worse and worse, and everybody wants to act like this is just totally normal and it's just for everybody's safety. Bro, there is more at risk here than people getting and dying from coronavirus and all of its variants. So, what else has happened during the lockdown? 4 in 10 U.S. adults, this is the CDC too, don't you fact check me and block this stupid video. I'm so sick of all these fact checkers acting like the people that are concerned about you guys are the ones trying to misinform you. No, dog. I just want you to know what the hell's going on so you can make up your own mind with how you and your family should proceed. 4 in 10 U.S. adults reported avoiding medical care because of concerns related to COVID-19. Well, so when you read this article, what they're talking about is routine medical care, like checks on your blood pressure, on your diabetes and your blood sugar levels and all these different things. So people are avoiding that. And then also what they're talking about is urgent medical care. 40% avoided going to the hospital for routine or urgent medical care that they otherwise should have gotten because of coronavirus. There is a cost to this. It's not free. It's not just, well, that's a healthy precaution. No, dog. Imagine you are about to drive to work, and then your mom comes out and goes, hey, you should be wearing a seatbelt. And then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. You're right. That's probably good to do that. And you go to put the seatbelt on, and she goes, hey, I'll be right back. You got to do a couple other things to make sure you're safe. And you're like, oh my God, Mom. Okay, fine. You sit there waiting for her to come back for 7 hours in this metaphor. She comes back, and she's got 16 books of checklists she wants you to run first before you're allowed to go to work. And you're like, oh my God, this is going to destroy the job. That's right. You simply can't succeed. And so your life is destroyed in the meantime. So anyway, that's my analogy. What's the next one? What else? What other problems are happening with these types of lockdowns? Well, let's see. Yelp says 60% of the U.S. businesses that closed during COVID-19 will not reopen. Who are the businesses that they're talking about? It's not big businesses. No, they made a ton of money. Then who is it? It's you and me. It's, the restaurant down the street that you've been going to with your dad for however long, right? You think that's free? You think that's a legitimate precaution to destroy the economy? And guess who's not following any of these lockdown rules? Guess. The people that are telling you to do them. The people that make these decisions. If you haven't seen the videos of all of these politicians that sign into order or executive orders for these mandates, these people are not following the rules. Nancy Pelosi, you guys remember when she went and got her hair did at the salon when all the salons were shut down because of COVID? Like, how do you get to help make rules that lock us down but not you? The pain of this isn't touching them, guys. I'm telling you this as your friend, trying to be your friend. Do not lock down again, or at least seriously think about it before you let your family undergo this again. These jokers don't care about us, dude. That's what I wanted to say. There's a lot of reasons to not lock down again, and it's not because we're lazy, or it's not because we're lazy and aren't concerned about other people, which is the only thing the media and the left seems to pretend that is the reasoning for everybody not wanting to lock down. Well, you're just selfish. No, I don't want to be on the nipple of the government in order to survive. Historically, it's a bad idea when the government controls all the food. Historically, it's a bad idea when they're the ones that get to decide whether you get to go to work or not. The reason that America is what it is because we have a notorious and amazingly freeing, apparently, distrust for government. They haven't done great things in the past when you give them all the power. We don't think they're going to do a great thing again if you give them all the power. It's not that big of a leap. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I hope you guys are great. Hope you do well. God bless you. Stay in the fight. Don't listen to these doofuses who don't consider any of this stuff. And you're not selfish and you're not evil if you don't lock down. It means you're just considering what that actually means. How many people starve in other countries because we decide to lock down again? Anyway, God bless everybody. Have a good day. Hey guys, just a reminder, you can go to my website, rossdaboss.com, get you a mug. I love this one, the Told Ya mug. It's my fave. Go get it, man. You guys have a good night. God bless. Stay strong.